What's going on, duck hunters, deer hunters, and fishermen and outdoorsmen? I think this is probably the last video. Oh no, I got one more besides this one. This is Pine Island access. I got one more place I'm going to go after this, but this is opening morning of your first split of duck season. As soon as this truck comes by me, I'm gonna hop back out here, and this is from the sign. This is going eastbound from Strong and El Dorado direction towards Crossett. This is Ashley 227. That's Ashley's the name of the county. And hang on just a second here. I'm gonna reset the odometer. That way we know exactly how far it is off the highway. There is a gate up here, which kind of makes me. Oh, there's your permit sign. You, from what I understand, you have to have a refuge permit, but you can get one online. And there's also a deer harvest check station where if you were to kill a deer down here, you would just fill it out and drop it in the box, and game warden or park ranger would pick it up and submit it for you. Well, like I was saying about the gate, it kind of leads me to believe, from what I know about shallow lake access, leads to me to believe that the water might get up over this road sometime. I really don't come down here. It's a little bit far for me, but I'm trying to provide y'all with complete information. And I do know that there are some people that will go duck hunting and put in here because it's actually closer to where they want to be duck hunting from. Like I said, I'm not a duck hunter myself. I've said that in the other videos, but I know some of you guys are, and a lot of people do not know about this place. Like I said in a previous video, I lived here in South Arkansas for about 5 years before I ever found out about this place, and all the locals know about it, but they just kind of played it off like, oh yeah, that's down there. And so I never really started looking around down here until a few years ago. And when I realized how massive this place was, I was like, oh, I need to make some videos about this place because it's just huge. I don't know exactly how many acres that Wildlife Refuge is, but you have 3 other state level. Well, no, one of them is actually national too. It's Upper Ouachita, which is North Louisiana, and maybe a little bit of Arkansas. It's right close to the state line. But you also have Barrow Anthony, which is a state refuge, or a state wildlife management area. Is what they call it. Same thing. Is south of here, and then you have another wildlife management area that's north of here. So I mean, you have a massive chunk of right here. There's a 4-way intersection. You want to keep going straight for Pine Island. If you turn right, it'll take you down to a hiking trail. If you turn left, it'll take you back out to the main highway. But what I'm saying is, this is just a massive place. to 100 people that come down here and hunt, and most of the time they don't even know that somebody else that they know is down here hunting. That's just how big it is. I mean, so that might confuse some of you. I'll put it to you like this: El Dorado is the biggest small town in Arkansas. It's a town of about 18,000 people, but everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody else's business. So there's a lot of people that have that small town mentality. I'll just leave it at that. Whether you view that as positive or negative, it's, you know, I don't want to talk bad, but I want you to have a realistic view, if you understand what I'm saying. I actually came down here last night, and there's another four-way. We want to keep going straight, though. I actually came down here last night, and I think that was probably my first time coming down here. Might have been down here once before that, like way back. But I didn't realize it, but the boat ramp here is actually massive. I mean, the parking lot at the boat ramp is massive. It's probably as big or bigger than the one at Crossett Harbor. If you've seen my video on Crossett Harbor. There's also a small primitive campground right down here by it. Well, not really by it, but kind of close. I can say one thing: if you're coming down here, be prepared, because at the boat ramp there is no cell phone service, or very little, not enough to make a phone call. So just be prepared for that. I know that's, for outdoorsmen, that's not really a big deal, but for somebody that's just coming to check things out, that might be a pretty big deal. You might get down here and break down, or, you know, you never know what could happen. So just, I don't know if you're like I am, but if I'm going to come somewhere like this, you know, I'm prepared for anything to happen, because for one, it's a good ways off a main road. For two, nobody is going to be able to find it very easily. And for three, there's probably not going to be anybody show up down here while you're down here, unless it's like opening morning of duck season, opening morning of deer season, or there's a fishing tournament or something going on. It's just, it's out in the middle of nowhere, and it's a long ways to any houses or anything. So just keep that in your mind if you do decide to come down here and camp or hunt or fish, or, you know, whatever. Here we are at the primitive campground. I thought there was a sign up. Usually there'll be a little white sign with a tent on it, or a brown sign with a white tent on it. Didn't see anything though. We're right at 5 miles. We're right at 5 miles off the highway. So even though there's not a sign up, I want to say it's listed on the National Wildlife Service's website as a primitive campground. I really don't think game warden would hassle you about it. They might tell you to go somewhere else or something, but I really don't think they would, just start off writing you tickets if you were down here camping. The boat ramp's not far. There it is. Hang on just a second. Let me get you all on